Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday night. Welcome to Stamp It Up with Jaimie. This is my Wednesday night tutorial here that I've got going for you. I'm very excited about tonight's card. If you're joining me and watching this on YouTube, thank you. I appreciate the support. I hope you enjoy this video, and feel free to look around a little bit at what else I have on my YouTube channel here. I do post my Wednesday night tutorials every week, so you guys can check them out. I'm very excited about tonight's card. Last week I did a fancy fold card, which I normally don't do. Just try to call. Am I still good? Okay, I'm still good. I think I'm good. Someone just tried to call me. I think I'm good. Okay. Okay, here we go. Last week I did a fancy fold card, and I think you guys really enjoyed it. It was something that stretched me as a stamper, something that I normally don't gravitate to. And I'm always looking to try new things and to kind of get out there a little bit. So I thought, as I was kind of pondering what to do this week, I thought, well, why not do another fancy fold? Last week I kind of got my idea from someone else. This week I kind of wanted to branch out there a little bit and try something on my own. I don't think anyone's done this. If someone has come up with this fancy fold, I didn't know about it, so I apologize. Good evening, Karen. How are you tonight? I do have a cup of coffee with me here. I was craving coffee, so I just made myself a cup, so I apologize if I drink. Good evening, Amy. How are you? It's kind of chilly here. It was rainy and overcast this morning. Then the sun came out, and now it's chilly again. So I thought a nice cup of coffee would like warm me up. Decaf, of course, or else I'd be up all night. Oh goodness, now my husband's texting me. He's really trying to get a hold of me. He hasn't put two and two together that tonight's Wednesday night. Okay, let's get started. This is the card that I made tonight. It has a belly band that goes around the middle of it that can be removed. And then it has these two little flaps that once you open up, it has the sentiment and the inside of it. I try to keep this really simple. As I had said last week, fancy folds aren't necessarily things that I do often. However, they are fun, and as opposed to like a normal card that just flips open, it has some more interest to it and is fun. I decided to use this stamp set here, and then I thought, well, I might as well make it a masculine card, so I added the dad, and then on the inside, wishing you a dapper day. So I figured this could either be like a great Father's Day card or a masculine birthday card. You don't have to add the dad. You can have it just be no word on the front. That's actually how I started off. I didn't have anything on the front, and I thought, I think I'm going to add the dad. It's kind of cute. So our image here comes from the Waterfront Stamp Set here. This is one that I didn't necessarily originally see, or I mean, obviously I saw it, but it's not one that really caught my eye originally in their occasions catalog. And then I started to see what everybody was making with them, with this stamp set, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have to have that stamp set. You can do like mountain images. You can do beach images with like these palm trees here. They have a cute like cabana or like little small house there. This is just such a versatile stamp set. It's one that I can see for scrapbooking as well as cards, masculine and feminine. I love the simple sentiment. Sometimes you don't need a huge sentiment. You just want like a little note. So friend is great. I love this stamp set. Love, love, love. I'm a huge fan. Okay, so let's see here. Again, like last week, because it is a fancy fold, I'm going to throw a bunch of measurements at you. If you have any questions, please feel free to get a hold of me or ask if you're watching live. By all means, please do. We're starting off with a a panel of soft sky cardstock here. This is 5.5 by 11, so it's the full length of a cardstock piece. And then I have it scored here. My first score line is 3 3/8. Where's my bone folder? Sure hoping that it makes it into the new catalog. Yes, 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 yes. I just got that set, but haven't attempted to use it. Oh, Karen, you have to get some ink on it. I don't know why I didn't catch my eye from the beginning, but it's one of my favorites by far. Okay, so 3 3/8, and then my second one here is 7 5/8. And you're just gonna crease your lines. Okay. Now, if I take the belly band off here, it has like this, it's been cut kind of funky. Well, not funky, cool. Neat, interesting, not funky. So I'm gonna show you how I did that. Oh, I need a pencil. This is happen. I don't know about you, but, oh, there's that. Oh, okay. Pencils are always a shortage in my house. We can never find pencils, or we found like these mechanical pencils that have no lead in them. There's always a shortage of pencils in my house. I don't know about you. Hold on, I gotta grab a drink of my coffee here. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna flip it on its side, and I'm just gonna make little marks where I need to hit where I'm cutting. So if I hold it on its side here, I'm going to, let's see here. I'm gonna measure it 2 1/4 and then 3 1/2. So I'm just coming down here, I'm using my grid paper, and I'm gonna mark 2 1/4 and then 3 1/2. And then I'm gonna flip it around. I'm gonna do it again. 2 1/4, 3 1/2. Okay? And you do it in pencil because that way you can erase it. Oh dear, bad miscommunication. Okay, so I'm taking my, what's this called? A trimmer. This is called a trimmer. And what I'm going to do, where's my pencil? I'll use it to be able to point, is I'm gonna, see my crease line here? This is one of the lines where I scored. See, it bends. So I'm gonna line up that line, and I'm gonna go to my very first marking that I put, which was 2 1/4, I think it was, whatever I said. So you're just gonna look. You're gonna, so I'm lining up the one that's been scored here to my one that's down here. Oh no, not there. Gee willikers, don't do what I just said. Line up the scored line to my first marking, which is 2 1/4. Every time, do I pause every time that he calls? He keeps calling me. Oh gosh. Okay, and then I'm gonna flip it around. I'm gonna hit the bottom score line with the second marking I made, which is 3 1/2, like that. And then you get like 2 triangles, which I suppose you could keep for something. And we're gonna do the same on the other side. Oops. So I'm gonna mark, here's my fold line. See my fold line? That's gonna go at the top. And then my first marking is gonna go at the bottom, which is 2 1/4. Oops. Don't move it like I just did. Try and hold it still. Oops. There we go. Helps if you, oh, why didn't that cut? Hold on. That didn't cut all the way through. I'm not sure why. Let's try it again. There we go. Okay. And then you're gonna cut, see this other score line here? That score line's gonna go at the top, and then you're gonna find your second line, which is 3 1/2. Put them in like the groove where it's gonna cut. And so you get this fold. Ta-da! Now I did put a little DSP in the background here. This comes from the Coffee Break Designer Series paper from the annual catalog. So it will for sure be retiring at the end of May. And it's while supplies last. So April 9th, the retiring list comes out, and everything but stamp sets are while supplies last. So if you have your eye on some cute embellishments or from the occasions catalog, for sure it's all going to be on there. Or if it's on the retiring list from the annual catalog, you're definitely going to want to scoop it up right away. Don't wait till the end when it's all run out and there's no more available and you say, but wait, I really wanted that cute paper, I wanted that cute ribbon. You need to get it right away. Don't wait. Okay. So we're looking pretty good, right? While I'm working on this, I might as well go ahead and do this inside here. This sentiment comes from the Truly Tailored Stamp Set, which is a really fun masculine set. It does come in a bundle with the fun punch here. And I'm using this one down here, Wishing You a Dapper Day. And I already have it mounted. And I gotta find my paper. Whisper White and Garden Green. The Whisper White, let's see here, is cut at 1 1/2 by 4. And the Garden Green is cut at 1 5/8 by 4 1/8. Now, this is really cute. I didn't want the mustache though, so I'm going to use a piece of washi tape here and just cover it. If I can get it off. There we go. Just, oops. Wait, hold on. That didn't exactly work. Try that again. Pull the washi tape. There. Oh my goodness. Why is it not working? There we go. And I'm just going to cover the mustache with the piece of washi tape. And I'm going to ink it up with garden green ink here. And first, I'm going to leave the washi tape on it. And I'm going to ink up the stamp. And then don't stamp down. I have done that so many times. First, take the washi tape off. So that way, as you can see, the mustache never got inked up, and so you don't have to worry about it stamping on your paper. It's a great way to selectively get the exact sentiment that you want. And I'm going to aim for straight and aim for center. Ooh, I don't know if that worked. Oh my goodness, that's so crooked. Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn it around. As soon as I stamped it, I went like, that didn't go straight at all. No big deal. That's why you just flip it around. Again, I've done that more times than I wish to admit. So really, I just really wanted to show you the washi tape technique, and I wanted to do it twice so that you really understood how it worked. See, it was all part of the game. It was all part of the tutorial, I promise. Our little secret. Okay, so we take this washi tape off here and put it somewhere where you won't get ink everywhere. Okay, let's try that again. Hold on. Hopefully this one goes a little straighter than the other one. Straight and center, straight and center. Lucky for 2 sides of paper. Yep. Okay, much better. That one's what I was hoping for the first time. So then that just gets adhered over my garden green cardstock. It's 1/8 of an inch smaller, so there's a little bit of a, what's that called? Edge to it, I guess. And then that, make sure you put it right side. And you want it so it's kind of in the middle, because you want it to hide. You want it to be hidden by the folds. I've done that tons of times. Karen says yes. Me too, Karen. I don't wish to admit it, but it's true. Okay, so now we're going to do our belly band here. We're going to start off with a piece of soft suede cardstock. This here is 2 inches, okay, by 9.5. The long lengthwise is 9.5. And I'm going to use the scoring tool here again. Hold on, I put all sorts of stuff on it that wasn't really thinking, I guess. Okay, there's our scoreboard. And we're going to score it at 2 3/8 is our first one. So here's 2. And then if you go over 3 notches, 1, 2, 3, that's 3/8. And then the other one is 6 3/4, which is easier to find than the 8ths. This Judah here is amazing. If you don't have one, you absolutely need one. It's great for 3D projects. It's great for scoring cards. It just makes a really crisp line. You don't get like the little ripples on your paper that you would otherwise. I'm just going to put a little adhesive on that side and then on this side. And then when I put them together, they'll... Now, when I guess when I put it down, I don't want to make sure it's completely flat. I want it to sort of leave a little bit of space in between it, because you have to be able to fit the card inside it. If you make sure it's like super flat and then go down, it may be too much of a tight. See how there's a space in there? You want to make sure there's a little space. Next, I took a piece of burlap. This is cut at about 9 1/4 ish, and I want the seam to be in the same spot. So I just put a little bit of adhesive on the front, just so it kind of stays in place, although in theory it should hold, in theory. And then some more on the back. Wrap it around and adhere it. Oh, see, that one's a little on the longer side. I don't think I have to trim it. We should be good. Okay, so that I want the seam in the front because the circle is actually going to hide it. Go in, go in. There we go. Is that right? Why does that look off? Does that look off? Oh, I know, because I don't have my circle covering it. I'm like, something looks off. It's because I don't have my circle. There we go. Okay, that's the way. Okay, looks much better. So if you keep your seam in the front, and when you put the circle over it, it hides the seam. So the back is nice and smooth. There's no edges on the back. To create the circle, the little seam that I have here, like I said before, I am using the Waterfront Stamp Set. This is a great set to have. It's one of my favorites. I think I say that every week. This is my favorite. No, this is my favorite. I have a lot of favorites. I'm going to start off with the mountains, which I used soft suede ink for. Let's see here. I have them, oh my goodness, I have them all mounted, ready to go. Come on. So there's my mountains. I'm going to ink it up. I'm going to end up stamping it twice, but I'm going to ink it up both times. So kind of halfway, I suppose, is where I went. 1 and 2. Those are mountains. Next I did the water, which is soft sky. And I ended up doing this one 3 times. 2 full on and then 1 stamped, well, kind of stamped off. So I did 1 to the left. You want to abut it as much as you can to those mountains. And then to the right. Oops, let's put it there. And then I didn't re-ink it. I just went straight into the bottom part there. So it's a little... Jessamine, are you watching? Are you here? Are you here, Jessamine? Come out, wherever you are. Okay. Next I have my trees here, and I'm going to stamp the trees. This is Garden Green ink. And I kind of have them hanging off a little bit. Let's see here. I kind of want them on, not necessarily in the water. And then I didn't re-ink, I just stamped down again to give a couple that are full strength and a couple that are stamped off. Oh, you know what? I might as well leave my garden green. While I have the garden green open, I'm going to do the sentiment. Oh dear, what did I do with it? Oh boy, what did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Whew. I thought I had lost my marbles for a second. Okay, we're using the Dad, again from the Truly Tailored Stamp Set. Might as well do it while I have the ink pad out here. Ink it up, and I have it just over the water there. Like that. Perfect. And then I have, last but not least, a little sun. The sun was Daffodil Delight here. And again, from that same Waterfront Stamp Set, I have it hanging off, kind of, it's not fully on. It's kind of half on, half off sort of thing. And there's our circle. Now, I am seeing, where is it? Here it is. Our card is sort of falling apart. And I do remember I used fast fuse because that burlap is so hard to hold. So I'm just going to go over it with some fast fuse that will hold it definitely tighter than the regular adhesive. Hi, Jaimie. Oh, hi, Sue. How are you? I definitely have to get this set out, Karen says. Yes? Yes, you do. Yes. It's so much fun. They're like, the possibilities are absolutely endless. I'm going to adhere my circle down here with some fast fuse. I'm just going to put it in the middle a couple times, kind of side by side, because I really want it to hold. And aim for center and kind of straight, you know, more or less. And there you go. Simple as pie. So your belly band comes off, you open the 2 flaps, and then you have the nice sentiment. And I was thinking you could probably figure out the dimensions of this flap here and even the inside one if you wanted to add either a different color cardstock or some different designer series papers. Either one would be great. But I just kind of liked it simple. I like that the belly band is kind of like the statement piece here. And again, I think it's great for, you know, a masculine birthday or even a Father's Day. I know it's a little ways off, but never too early to get them done so you're not scrambling at the last minute, like I usually do. Okay, ladies, thanks for checking out tonight's card. I appreciate it. If you have any questions about any of the measurements, oh, by the way, this circle here, I don't think I mentioned, was cut out using the Stitched Shapes framelits. Say that 10 times fast. It has just a little bit of cutout detail around the edge of it. I don't think I mentioned that. If you do have any other questions about measurements or any of the product that was used, definitely get a hold of me either by email or Facebook or Instagram or my blog. There's definitely plenty of ways. Thanks for checking out tonight's card, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.